Welcome back to the next video in our Mabon-Autumn Equinox video series. And it's a collaboration between myself, Innerji, the Metaphysical Crone, and the wonderful Twisted by Mish. Now I'm flying solo today because I'm going to be sharing with you a very special aromatic essential oil blend that you can create to use in your oil burner or oil diffuser as part of your Mabon celebration or Mabon ritual, meditation, whatever activity that you choose to do. Now, the 4 oils I have chosen for this particular blend is, we're going to start off with some geranium. We're also going to use lavender. The 3rd oil I chose was cedarwood. Whoops, let's put that in camera for you. And the last oil I chose was patchouli. So I will explain what these oils are used for, and I'm taking it from the context of not what we use essential oils for in what I call physical healing of aromatherapy, but I'm looking at it from the context of subtle aromatherapy, energetic aromatherapy, spiritual aromatherapy. So we're looking at it from that perspective as opposed to any oils for healing the body. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get started on creating this special blend. As you can see, I have my aromatherapy dispensing area all set up, ready to go. Now, as well as the essential oils, I've actually put out some crystals that for me resonate with this autumn energy of Mabon and this balance of equal day and equal night. So the autumn colors that I have chosen, we've got red aventurine. This is a Merkaba shape. I also have a yellow aventurine, and I have an orange aventurine. I've also chosen some tiger's eye, which kind of is the balance of the light and the dark. We've got the dark brown in there with the gold, so that's a great representation of that autumn equinox energy. I also have citrine, which is a crystal commonly associated with this time. I have a red jasper, a very grounding but also enlivening stone as well. And then one of my favorites for autumn is amber, because when I consider autumn, as I've mentioned in one of the previous videos, autumn to me is about tree energy as well. And so having the amber, which is a tree resin, is one that I really resonate with. For grounding and earth connection, I have a smoky quartz here. And I also have my huge smoky quartz standing obelisk as well, directing the energy through. I've also chosen a hematite. This is a polished hematite. And the reason I've chosen that, this is also a highly grounding stone, and it's quite a dense, heavy crystal as well. So I kind of feel that that is a great stone for drawing in. And one of the ways I use this stone is when I want to release or let go of something, I imagine it being drawn into this crystal and then drawn down into the earth for transmutation. And of course, the other stone that I really like for autumn is petrified wood, because it is a time of sort of really with that strong earth connection, but not just earth connection, it's heading into sort of that ancestor energy as well. So I just have those to bring this kind of autumn energy into the blend from the crystals, because crystals and essential oils work very, very well together. So the first oil I'm going to put in the blend is patchouli. Patchouli is a wonderful grounding energy, but it's also a good connecting oil as well. So when I smell this aroma, it smells to me, it smells like the earth to me. It smells like soil. And I have this unusual, well, I don't know how unusual it really is, but I have this ability when I smell my essential oils, I can actually taste them. on my tongue as I'm smelling, because as I'm sure you're aware, taste and smell are strongly correlated. Just think back to the last time you had a blocked nose or a cold. Food didn't taste quite the same, and that's because our taste sense and our sense of being able to smell are very closely related, but I actually get the taste of it as well. And so when I taste it, I get the taste of earth within it as well. So I'm adding patchouli to help us connect to the earth, to connect to that dark soil of autumn, to ground us to Mother Earth and have that connection. So I'm going to pop in 3 drops of patchouli into the blend, and I'm using an amethyst bowl. I love amethyst for creating my blends because amethyst is a great healing crystal. It's a great crystal for spiritual connection as well. The next oil I'm going to use is another grounding oil, and this to me is representative of trees, so it's cedarwood. So this brings in that autumn tree energy and also grounds us. But when we think about the tree energy, their roots go deep within the earth and spread out, and it's like creating this strong interconnection. Cedarwood is also a very cleansing, clearing oil as well. So if part of autumn you're looking at releasing what you don't need, keeping what you do need and bringing in more of what you do need to bring in, then cedarwood is a great oil for that connection to happen. Because remember, the autumn equinox is about balance. It's about equal day, equal night. And when we look at a tree, the root network is just as diverse and as spread out as the branches and leaves that go up to the sky from a tree. So that's why I chose cedarwood. So I'm going to put in 3 drops of cedarwood. And just get it to sneak out. So this is a little bit of a thicker oil, so it can be a little bit hard to get out sometimes. Here we go. And of course with cedarwood, there's this beautiful wood aroma. Cedarwood is probably one of my favorites of the woody type of essential oils. I just love it. Just beautiful. The other oil I'm going to use is rose geranium. Rose geranium is a form of geranium, of course, and I'm bringing rose geranium because I want to bring that heart energy into it as well. Geranium is all about balance, and of course that's what the autumn equinox is all about. This balance of yin yang, light dark, active passive. And the autumn equinox to me marks that point where we're moving from that really open, proactive, out there doing kind of energy that we experience through spring and summer. And now we're coming to the other side. The autumn equinox opens that doorway to going more within, going more within ourselves, going more into that yin receptive energy. Rose geranium is also great for balancing the emotions. So when we're looking at rituals and what we want to release and what we want to bring in, it helps us to balance ourselves emotionally and stay centered emotionally in doing that. So I'm going to put in 3 drops of rose geranium. 1, 2, and 3. Getting to the end of that bottle, so it was a little bit shy about coming out. And the final oil that I've chosen is lavender. Lavender is the great all-rounder. Lavender is also an oil of balancing. It's technically called an adaptogen. So we all know about lavender for, decreasing stress levels, helping us to relax, helping us to sleep. But what's interesting about lavender being an adaptogen, if you're too low, like if you're down in the dumps or feeling a bit depressed, lavender will bring you up to bring you back into balance. If you're too hyper, too high nervous energy, too stressed, too anxious, it will bring you back into balance once again so that you are centered. So I'm bringing lavender in to bring in that balance between extremes of nervous anxiety energy and the extreme of that sort of low, depressed, lethargic energy. And I've put in 4 drops of that. So I'm going to use my Twisted by Mish intention spoon, which has a amethyst ball and a clear quartz point. So bring that energy down through the spoon. And as I mix the oils in readiness to go into my oil burner, I am setting my intention of what I want for this autumn equinox, this Mabon Sabbath. What is it that I want to experience? What is it that I want to have in the center of my being? What balance do I want to bring into myself? And let's have a little sniff and see, talking of balance, how the oils have balanced together. And they have balanced well. They have really balanced well. There's not one oil that's sort of jumping out at me as an individual, sort of like it's the queen of the oils in the mix. They have balanced quite well. So when we're looking at blending oils, we're looking at having some base notes, middle notes, and top notes, but that's all relative to the oils that you're using. So the patchouli for me is much more of a base note in this blend. The cedarwood is going from a base to a middle note for me. The lavender is more of a middle note in this blend, and the rose geranium is going more from a middle note to a top note. So it gives a good balance. I do hope you've enjoyed this blending session that we've had. I encourage you to try and create your own blend. Now, when you've created your blend and you want to put it into your essential oil burner or diffuser, make sure you check the directions for the particular machine that you have. Some oil burners or diffusers require water. Some oil burners don't require water. So follow those instructions. Because we are looking at using this from a spiritual, energetic perspective rather than on healing or working with the physical, less is more. So I recommend no more than about 3 to 5 drops in your oil burner or oil diffuser, depending on how big it is, of course, because there are different sizes of diffusers that are out there on the market. But I do hope you found this of help. I do hope you will use it as part of your Mabon-Autumn Equinox Sabbath celebration or ritual. And I look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Many bountiful blessings.